Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities by Steven. You're talking to Steven. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button. Get that bell notification on too, so you don't miss out on the next episode of Brockton County, an Ontario-themed city. And make sure to hit the like button too. The like button helps the channel a lot. And next episode will be the final episode for a little bit of this city, as we're going to kind of change gears and focus on Fort Perry, our Alberta-themed city, which is just about to, really boom. And I'm really excited for that series. So, if you watch this one and you don't watch the other one, please go check out Fort Perry. It is a fantastically fun build, and something else maybe on the go as well. And there'll probably be a card relatively soon up here if you want to check out that announcement about a fun project. So what's going on in today's video? Well, with the theme of this week is trying to fill in and complete the final tasks of the city before we can kind of let it go for now. We'll definitely come back to it, so there's no worries there. But you just gotta let the series go. And as a part of that project, we gotta finish up a suburb that we never really ended up completing, and that suburb is Shatner Heights. We spent a little while on it, on the whole area around Shatner Heights for quite some time. Oh, hey, I love this part of the city. This transit-oriented development right here at Pride Square is fantastic. So we're going to be going back to Shatner Heights, and we're going to be finishing off that suburb. And we're also going to make a connection to our final island. I'm kind of just thinking this island's going to be a nature reserve. Kind of has that feel to it. So yeah, let's hop out and take a look. This is the area where we're going to be doing today's work, this whole kind of area down in here, and then also this island. If we don't get to the island today, we'll do it in Friday's video, but I feel like we can do all of this today. It's not going to be too much beyond just suburban transit oriented building, so I think we'll be able to do it. I'm thinking the nature reserve is going to be kind of on here, and then we'll have like a gate, and we'll have like a beach kind of thing, maybe like a canoe rental or something that you can go out over into this side. I don't know if we're gonna get a ferry per se to here. I don't really kind of see that as necessary. I think it'd be a cool kind of to just kind of leave it as more of like a traditional nature reserve, like literally we're preserving nature here, but people do rent canoes or kayaks and they go and have a picnic on the island or something like that. So maybe we'll make a bit of a landing on the island that people can get to. Maybe you can rent like a boat. Maybe we'll get like a marina, and you can go to the island and hang out. But if you missed last episode, we had a really fun build. We built 2 small towns on the east end of the city, and you can see them at the top of the screen and on the left of your screen right now. So we built the town of St. Charles. Yeah, St. Charles. And this is a small town, has a train station. Let's just get rid of this high rise. There's another high rise. There's another one. Okay. And it's just a small town that maybe got a bit of a suburban growth. It got a train out to it as well. I'm sure people drive in and park at the train station to take the train into the downtown if they live perhaps outside of the city or something like that. But if you follow this highway, which is Highway 17, we go through a roundabout here, and we get to the little teeny town of Fraser Heights. Just a small town with a church and a couple shops, and it has a bus stop which goes, it's backed up right now because the buses are just getting going. We don't need 16. This one goes right back to the town of St. Charles, so we'll just get 5 buses on there, no problem. Yeah, it's just a little teeny town at the top of this switchback up this massive cliff that we have. And yeah, fantastic. So it's really started to fill in these little kind of pockets in the area. I removed a lot of the trees because my game was running really slow, so I was hoping that would help a bit. But yeah, I think we really needed a town over here and over here. When we started the series a long time ago, we started building a town out over here, and we originally said we were going to build like a second city over here, but that never really materialized because of the size of Batherston over here, and then the airport as well took up a lot of space. So I'm glad we ended up actually completing stuff over on that side, because majority of our suburbs have been on the west side of the city, because we have Strathcona, we have Pearson over here, which is still relatively unfinished, and Dean Hills, which is fairly finished. So yeah, I'm really happy with how that turned out. But let's dive into today's video. Shatner Heights. What is Shatner Heights? Well, I don't know why I hopped out of that. We have a tram that runs all the way up Shatner Heights alongside the train line. It even has a bit of a split that goes into the event center, which is really fun. But it terminates right here, which is kind of like a good, a good area for us to kind of maybe build a bit of a pocket of high density. But this tram line goes all the way to here where we have some high density. It cuts into this suburb. It bypasses this major intersection. It goes into here where it connects with our metro and into the wider world. So, it's a pretty nice area to live. It'd be really easy to get to work. You just take the tram, you hop on the metro, and then all of a sudden you're downtown. That is if you live downtown. Holy cow, these buildings shot up in size. Wasn't expecting that. Maybe we didn't have the right policy on to limit the high-rise capability of it, but I'm sure it raised the land value of this area quite a bit, because holy moly. Yeah, we definitely messed something up there. I thought we had high-rise ban on that area, but yeah, I'm not going to change it because it's going to ruin the zoning. We also have a tram line over here, which just terminates right here. So I think the kind of end goal here is to get a connection from here into here. I don't think that's going to be a tram, perhaps probably a bus. We're going to need to edit this intersection here as well, and then fill in through here. We'll continue the beach up to this point. We'll have a break in the beach, and then we'll have a second beach through here. So let's talk about this road first. This is a highway. This is Harvey Road. It's always been Harvey Road, but Harvey Road needs to be upgraded into a road in which people can walk on. And why is that? Well, this is well, not necessarily. It's just right here I want this to be a roundabout. I'm thinking a roundabout, and we could continue this as a separated street, or we could bring it down into a zonable street. Let's try to leave Harvey Road as a separate street, but this whole area is going to need to be revised, and I just think a roundabout here is probably the way to go. We don't really have like too crazy of a demand through here, especially because a lot of the east-west traffic basically just a lot of the east-west traffic basically just takes the major highway, which is just north of here. So I'm just gonna get a connection into this intersection right here. This is kind of like the natural meeting point, and we have this roundabout builder, which is a fantastic mod. It saves a lot of time, and we'll just go into the 3-lane road, no parking, and that's probably a bit too big, so let's go down one size. There we go. That's really good. And then we'll just clean up this road really quickly. And that node is a bit off, isn't it? But that's okay. And then this one here, let's actually just swing over, and we'll bring this to be a bit more in line with this road over here. And then we'll just kind of work on its slope. So we can work on that slope by using this tool here. And I like that height. I think that works. So we'll go from here down to beach level, which is about there. That's fine. Bit of a cliff side here. That's totally okay. And then there we go. So this road will, flows right into West Beach over here. But yeah, I do think we're going to need a connection point, but since we're so low right here, we might think about getting just like a tunnel underneath Harvey Road instead. So since we're going to keep Harvey Road as a separate car-only road, let's just put sound barriers on it. I think that's a good way to kind of, keep that in mind. We have the roundabout there that people can easily use to get onto Harvey Road should they need to. And then we'll just try and, use these to help the grade separation, the look of the grade separation. So Yeah, we're definitely going to need at least 2 points of connection here, or between Shatner Heights North and Shatner Heights South. So this one kind of works, kind of doesn't. People can technically walk over this roundabout, which is why I chose this roundabout, or this road for the roundabout. But we need to set the roundabout up, and first thing you need to do is get dedicated turning lanes, and then you go into here, hold shift and click, and there you go. So hopefully that all works and everyone's happy with the developments of Harvey Road in the town. Looks like people are already figuring out the roundabout. That's fantastic. I was thinking about getting a slip lane from here to here, but it doesn't look like a majority of the traffic comes from this side and then goes into here. Looks like a majority of the traffic goes straight, so a roundabout isn't necessarily the best option, but it is pretty good for people coming on this side because a lot of people will be turning right and left, and then people coming from this side, you know, they could be going in any direction. So I also like the change in the styles of roads throughout all of these. You know, it's 4 different roads connecting to this roundabout. I think that's kind of fun. So yeah, let's leave it at that, and let's start looking at how we're going to plan the grid out through here. That's going to really be really important because a majority of this is connected via the tram. So we're going to need a road connection from here probably, and then we're going to have just pretty much like a giant cul-de-sac, and that's not okay. So that's why we need to look at how we're going to connect up into here, because we can't directly connect here, though we could bring a road connection into this road per se, or this one, and bridge across. So I think we'll look at those road connections first, and we'll just use the basic road for now. And you know what, I lied. Let's use another one for now, and we'll use this one because it's the same road that we're using. Yeah, let's go with the grass-lined one. Yeah, grass-lined for now. There isn't really the cleanest of grids that we could kind of stick to, so we're on our own here. Let's connect up right here. Let's make sure our guidelines are on, and oh, maybe not. And let's click home, and this is where we're going to connect. And what we'll do is we'll have this come to about right here, and we'll have a junction right here with another road. Let's turn on our guidelines for this. Yeah, that works. And this way we have a crosswalk, which we can easily bring this into. So one way we could kind of do this is we could either connect this up like so that the tram literally comes into here. Actually, let's do it the other way around. And what we'll do is we'll make a bit of a park around it with crossings and stuff like that. So let's, since this is going to be kind of a main stop, let's actually make sure there's actually a stop right here. There is not, so let's grab the tram. And we'll get a stop right there. There we go. And we'll have to add more stops as we go. So let's grab this road again. And we're going to be using this as the main grid here now. Let's bring it to about there. And then we can connect up this road into here. But let's finish up this tram stop first. So pretty simply enough, I think we need a fence along the rail line. That's probably the way to go. So let's grab our zoo fence. And why the zoo fence? Well, it kind of looks like a bit of a barrier. It kind of looks like a sound barrier too. So I think what it kind of does is it allows us to make it seem like it's a bit more of a protected area than it probably is in real life. And there we go. We'll just bring it right to here. And why don't we get like a walking path beside it? And just kind of trying to think, we are pretty close to this bike path that we built last episode that runs all the way over to St. Charles. Why don't I also added in a few more? Why don't we connect up into here and we can get a bike path, a sneaky bike path right through here. That'd be fun. And yeah, let's do that. Okay, so let's quickly go into this. We'll grab our bike path, and this is where we want it to go. And we'll put it on freeform. And we'll connect in right there. Now I don't want to snap in because it would ruin the node here, but let's get another kind of connection point right down in there. And then we'll grab this one. Let's grab, yeah, I'll grab this one. We'll swing it down right in here. We'll swing these up. And what we're doing is we're creating other points of where people can get onto the tram track. But we're kind of locking them into those choices. So it can't just be at any point. We're kind of just swinging them out. And okay, so let's grab this. And let's continue it this way. I guess what we can do is come underneath right here. And right at this node, let's make it a crossing. So we'll go into node controller, we'll grab this, and we'll just say crossing. There we go. And then, oops. And then from this side, we'll just connect up. And we'll have a bit of like a fun curve to connect there. And then we'll have another option to just go right into there. There we go. Fun little pedestrian connection. And why don't we also have a connection point from here up to here. Awesome. All right, so we got a tram stop in there. Let's look at how this is going to play out. Well, I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll look at getting the bridge connection first, I guess. And we're going to split it down into 2-lane roads from here. Sorry, house, but your land is getting preempted. Okay, let's do this. And let's raise it up a little bit. I think we're going to kind of do it this way. Let's make sure our guidelines are on. That'd be helpful. And I guess collision off, because I don't want to delete that. Yeah, there we go. And we'll turn collision back on. And yeah, we can now let's go back to down to ground level, I guess. There we go. Yeah, that's good. We'll just fix these nodes really quickly. The Elsa Bridge. Or Elisa? Yeah, Elisa Bridge. Okay, so then we'll just take off. Just take that off. We'll leave that house there. Alright, just a little simple bridge connection. And then from here, let's get another connection point down underneath Harvey Road. And we'll use the same road, just a very, very basic road. And we'll just try to keep a grid with the larger road here. And I'm just going to go right through and connect up like that. Then I'll pause the game. We'll grab the network multi-tool and I'll do a slope from here to here. And we'll see what that takes us to. That's a really good slope right there. And then I'm gonna grab, oops. I'm gonna grab this. And we're going to try and elevate these roads here. Okay, let's grab this one. Elevate, upgrade. And then we need to grab this one. And elevate, upgrade. There we go. So we're actually just over top of a node here, which is pretty good, because then we can really play with the height that we need, because we need to get the height to about, oops. We need to get the height to about here, I think. That seems good with me. So let's just adjust all the height of the other nodes as well, and node controller is going to come in handy here because we can slope these nodes. That one's already on slope, but this one can be sloped. And I think we're going to need to raise this one up a touch as well. And oh, I just see this really quickly. Let's make sure that that is all a-okay. Ooh, that looked iffy. Okay, and then we'll just raise this one up a touch as well. And there we go. So that's one connection. We'll find out the second connection soon, but now this kind of lets us have this nice clean split here with this larger road. Let's get a pedestrian connection from here to here. That just kind of screams to me that it needs to be a pedestrian connection. And why is that, you might add? Well, people can walk on this road, although I believe this section's elevated. We may want to think about changing that. So let's just go from here to here. Looks like it's actually connected, but just to be sure, let's grab this. We'll go ground level, upgrade, and we're gonna need to add in a node or two before we get too far. So we'll go into network multi-tool. There we go. Add node. Whoa. We'll add in a node right here and right here. Okay. And then we'll go back and grab this path. We'll say ground level upgrade, and we'll upgrade these two little portions here so that they're all on the ground. This is actually a crosswalk. If we go into TMPE, we can see that this is actually a crosswalk. They are there. I will say that trams can just go right through. Oh. And there we go. Okay, and we'll say this is a newer project, so we'll get a younger tree to be on here. There we go. Okay, fantastic. There's a couple more points where we can get those connections, like right here. So let's grab that, and we'll go back to the path. And from here, we'll just go right over like that. Just try and recenter it momentarily, or really briefly. And then if we go into node controller, we can grab this node and check if it was a crossing, and it was a crossing, so that's fantastic. That's going to be really helpful. And then we're back down over onto this side where we said we were going to make it a bit more of a kind of terminal location. So let's kind of use these as kind of markers for where the concrete is going to go. So I'm just going to kind of do that. That's good. Yeah, and let's bring this down. Just kind of extends the concrete look of this area. And then if we go into here, we can fill this all in. Don't worry, I'll make this look a little bit nicer momentarily. Actually, you know, I don't know if we're gonna get the cleanest of lines through here. So why don't we just try and, ooh. Okay, well, I know we can get a clean line on that angle right there. So we'll try and do that. We'll fill this all in, and then where's that line? There it is. Looks like we went slightly over. Yeah, with the surface painter tool, you don't always get a 90 degree kind of cut. You often have to a bit off-centered here, but if we go and grab our path now, turn off our guidelines, we can kind of square it a little bit nicer. It doesn't really work too well, does it? I wonder if maybe we can use planters instead to hide it. So let's go into the parks tool here, and what we'll do is we'll grab the planters. We'll go into a straight line, and from here let's go from about here. Because I wonder if maybe we can actually get this to be a bit more in the line that we were kind of hoping for, if we can hide it properly with these planters. That's pretty good. And then we can go back to here. And maybe we can use that path still, and then we can go back and grab these, wrong one, these planters here. Okay, well, we can put 2 of them down, and then if we just grab single and wrong one. Just need to get this down to single. There we go. Back into parks right here, and that's because there's a path right there. Okay, well, I think that's gonna look fine. Maybe if we can squeeze one right in here to try and hide as much of this as we can. Yeah, that's okay with me. And then right in the middle here, let's plant a couple of these together, and then what I'll do is I'll use that as kind of like a concrete planter, and we'll get a large oak tree right in the middle here. Helps the look out a little bit, doesn't it? And then we can also use it for these ones as well. Should we choose? Place it right in the middle. Getting a bit too close to the train tracks on that one though. That looks nice. Okay, so now that we got that in place, we can start looking at kind of zoning now. Smooth this area out. And I think some medium density would do really nice through here. And I believe we have a high-rise ban on Shatner Heights. Looks like we do. So let's start zoning up right through here. Let's do that. And then right at these points right here, let's find the node. Bring it right through there. And let's find the one for right here, which is right there. We'll bring this one over. We'll go back into traffic manager, or node controller, sorry. And we'll go into crossing. There we go. And then over here, we'll do the same thing. Crossing, so people can use that. And then we'll go into our parks tab again. We'll grab this, and what we'll do is we'll just make that connection. And here we go. Okay, it looks like we're only using... This one's gonna be a little different. That's okay. And yeah, you know, I think housing right along the tram line is pretty good. It's gonna be a bit loud because of the train, but I think that's an appropriate kind of solution here. Get some larger ones through here. We can be a bit picky here too, which is fun. We can, you know, pick and choose which kind of houses we want through here. Right in this section, I'm thinking a park is probably the way to go. So let's go and grab this one. That's pretty big, eh? Okay, wow. Maybe the large playground would fit better. Large playground does fit pretty nicely here. I don't know about a playground beside a highway, but I think the park size works a little bit better for kind of what we're looking for. And you know, just for the sake of it, I'll put a fence from here to here. Okay, so that is good in my books. Let's just clean up the zoning a little bit, though. I think maybe we can shave that off. And then let's go into here. We'll go into this. We'll grab high density buildings, and it looks like we're using 3x3s. Let's try to find a nice building that would look nice. Maybe one that looks like, yeah, you know what, I like this one. We can place that, and I'll pause the game, and we'll have like a bit of a development, like a planned development for this section, I guess. I wonder if it's going to look kind of funky if we don't, or if we continue it too far, like this pattern. I need to click that one there. We're gonna have another space of 2. That's okay with me. And then if we just come through here and take out the zoning that we're not using. Could even use parking lots for that. I do like this building. We've used this building in Fort Prairie a couple times when doing builds like this. We'll see them all come up, and we can make them historical. And yeah, they're all different colors too, which is fun. But it seems like a project that a developer undertook. Go through and make them all historical. Oops, I might have missed 1 or 2. But we'll definitely know soon enough whether or not we did. All right. And then over on this side, we can continue with this high density residential kind of zoning here. But why don't we, we're 4 by something. So let's see if there's any cool buildings through here. That one's pretty nice. I don't want anything too tall. So let's go to 4 by 4. And I thought there were some pretty nice Art Deco kind of style ones. Yeah, there are. So let's place this one right here. I think it'll look nice. And let's do that. And then let's get another one right here. Why don't we get 2 on each side? And then we can get some of these ones spaced in between. So we're leaving a gap of 2, and then we'll go 1. And then we're kind of off-centered here, which is okay. So why don't we just not zone anything in this area, and we'll make a bit of a park or something for the residents of this Art Deco build. Okay, got rid of that house before it got built. Looks like we messed up somewhere. Oh my goodness. Yeah, looks like I did mess up. Okay, so we'll just delete these ones really quickly, and I'll rezone through here, and then we'll come back. And okay, so we're leaving 2 spaces. Okay, I see where I messed up. I see. So we're leaving 2 spaces in between these buildings, and then going back with this one, and then 1 space in between. There we go. And yeah, not enough space to fit another building, but we can fit like a dog park or something right through here. Look at that. Okay, and then we'll come through here with the zoning tool again. So it's like a transit-oriented development because we're using high density. But not like the high density developments that we've done in the past. Sorry, I'm just kind of trying to speed through here because I'm realizing that, wow, the time in this video has just flown by. So I'm just gonna, do something that I haven't really done in the series and just kind of build water really quickly, like that. Looks like we missed some space over here. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's take a quick peek. Okay, so you see how like all the buildings are different colors too, which is really fun. So it kind of makes it seem like it's all one build, but it's really not. And the change in style over here is pretty nice too. So yeah, I really like how that looks. We can come back and detail it as well. You know, just trees in between are probably the way to go. Now let's go with probably the young linden tree is the way to go for this build. And what we can do here is just put it in a line, and then just gonna do something like that. We did say we were gonna get parking, didn't we? But that's okay. This is a transit-oriented build. People were encouraged to... I mean, these ones have parking spaces, so good, we're good. And let's make this one the young linden tree, and then there was another path as well that we did. Yeah, right over here. So let's go back to the line tool again. Where were we? Right here. Just right in between, you know, it really helps. Oops, looks like I missed it. Really helps, you know, fill in these little gaps here. And I like making these spaces between these buildings, because if you just kind of just do a massive zoning project, that's okay. Like it is what it is. But you know, this way we kind of leave a bit more space. I feel like if they're building these buildings, there would be a bit of space in between them, especially if we're kind of building in an earlier style. Okay, let's get some trees through here. There we go. Left that space open on purpose. And yeah, that looks pretty nice. We'll just leave that the way it is. Okay, so we got that. That's the high density. I'm surprised that we still have high density demand. Let's kind of continue up with the rest of the build here. So we're probably not going to get to the island today, but we'll definitely do it in tomorrow's video, or Friday's video. Okay, and then this one we can just pretty much bring down like that. And then we need another connection point for getting across. So we'll go from right here. Hopefully that node went away. It did. Okay, fantastic. And then we'll bring it down to here. Pause the game, and then what we'll do is we'll do the same thing as we did before. So from here, bring it to here. 5.3%. That is a rather steep grade here, but I think it's doable. So let's just quickly move these nodes a little bit, actually, before we actually change the road here. So we'll upgrade it. Go ahead and move it. There we go. Yeah, that's fine. Probably encouraged to not take a truck down there. And then we'll need to slope the rest of these as well. So we'll just bring them back to there, and then back to, okay. And then from here, we'll just bring this one back to here. All right, fantastic. Over here, we have some space that we could definitely build as well. So we can make it a bit of a cul-de-sac. Let's go ground level here. There we go. And let's bring it out to about this point, and then we'll just bring it out. This one we won't connect up, but we can do that. And we'll bring it right to the edge so that we get that concrete connection. Bring it up. There we go. That's pretty nice. Let's sim the game, and what we'll do here is I'll take zoning off of this road. And then we can get some pretty basic zoning right through here. Yeah, no, I think we're good to get these houses in there. And yeah, I don't know how comfortable I am getting a house right there, but I think we can get a store or two. Why don't we take zoning off of Dexter Street here as well? Let's do something like that with the buildings. Okay, so now let's finish up the zoning here. Looks like we have some space here. I suspect that there would be a road. From here... Yeah, then let's turn bending off. Let's click home. And if I were to just try and mimic this road... Yeah, I don't know about that. I think we're probably better off kind of just doing like a cul-de-sac right there. Then maybe even another one right there. And then we'll have another one from here. But this one's going to connect up. We could actually connect all of them up. Let's see if we can get another one in as well before it looks too weird. No, that looks pretty good. I think we could even get another one in. Yeah, and then we'll probably end that there. And then this gives us great locations to connect in with this. Let's do every other one. No, let's do them all. Oh, no. Messed that up. Alrighty. And, okay. There we go. Get another one right in there. We can leave that space. So how far is that? 16 units. And then we'll go back down to the grid we were using before. This one is a bit off, but that is okay. And then we'll have this one kind of cul-de-sac right into there. Then we'll go into zoning adjuster, turn off zoning on the roundabout. And on this road as well. Okay, so let's definitely get some shops over here. I don't think we can really get too many though. And then right in here as well, we can get a couple, but again, probably not too many. Okay, and we can get some commercial right through here. Yes, and then let's just smooth out this terrain here. So it looks very funky, doesn't it? All right. I think these two blocks will almost leave open. Okay, so we need services, don't we? So let's get a school. Let's work on the schools at least. So why don't we do a high school? Too big for this area. Although we could open up this block right in here. Or right in here. For the high school, so why don't we do that? Where is the nearest high school? We should probably check that out. Pretty far away. Okay, so you know what? We're due for one. Let's get that high school right there. There we go. That works with me. And then it means we can also clean up this street to be a bit of a better angle. There we go. And you know, really quickly we can do high school campus. So pretty much what I like doing is just making sure there's a couple sports fields in there. I don't know if the soccer field or the baseball diamond would really work in this instance, so we may kind of go with a bit of a different approach. Where's the baseball diamond? There it is. Yeah, the baseball diamond doesn't really work. Actually, it kind of works right here, but I think we're kind of forcing it at that point. So, you know, I would really like the soccer field though. So why don't we go with a different approach? This is a different soccer field. I did like having the bleachers on the campus there. That's kind of fun. Yeah, you know what? I like this one. This one's fun. You know, ticket booth, I don't know about that, but yeah, that looks really fun. So we'll leave that in place. That is a-okay with me. Then let's just get our path, and let's turn off our guidelines. And then from here, we'll just get a connection up, and then I'll get a fence from here to here, and then from here to here. There we go. Let's get a couple trees in here too. Let's go with some older trees. Let's turn proper tree anarchy on. I think that would be helpful. And I don't know if it works with the line tool. Yeah, there we go. And let's turn proper tree anarchy off again. And there's a couple, there's a bit more space in here. So what we could do is, you know, throw a couple basketball courts in here. We have the vanilla ones, but I like using these ones because they're a bit, you know, they're concrete. Looks a little bit nicer. We also have the hockey arena, which I believe we cleaned up with the BOB mod at some point. So it's very just very straightforward and basic. Okay, let's bring this down. We'll bring this one down then too. Oops. All right, and then we can connect these up with this, and we'll just bring it in like that, so it looks like there's a method of walking through the campus area here. Okay, that's gonna be fine. All right, and looks like we lost those trees that we just placed. Let's get a couple more of them. There we go. And then we'll get some more trees right through here. Got a path, and we'll leave some green space as well. Okay, I love building the high school campuses. The high school campuses are always really fun to build because there's a lot you can do. And I know that campus DLC is a thing, but you know, it only really includes you know, university campuses, college campuses. So I like when there's opportunity to build high school campus, and it's very easy to do vanilla as well. Okay, so elementary school. Let's place it right here. And what I like doing with elementary school is, as you saw in the last episode, is especially when we're building kind of quickly like this in today's episode, is just grab the small park and place it on the back side of here. And then what we'll do here is we'll just grab the fence. We'll go with the wooden fence. We're going with a forestry fence in this instance because it's a bit of a thicker fence. And we'll just kind of center off the block that the school is on. And there we go. It looks a lot like a school, doesn't it? So what other city services do we need? Well, we should probably get a post office in here. We have a bit of a commercial zone down in this area, so let's grab that. And we'll place that right there. That works fantastically. Healthcare is definitely needed out this way. So we'll grab a vet. We'll grab this one, which I like to say is like a vet clinic. And this one we can center really nicely right on this block. Just like that. And then we'll get a healthcare clinic for people right here. I don't like how that is on the hill, so let's actually move it down to this side. Okay, and then we'll fill this part in with commercial. Okay, and then if we go into the healthcare tab, there's also some really nice buildings over here. Well, we got the childcare center, which is really nice. I don't think there's a childcare center around here. It doesn't look like it, so we can totally place it down in here as well. Let's put it close to the school. So we can place it right here. Why not? Elder care is the next one in here. This building, I think, could definitely benefit from being close to the tram. Not too close to the highway though either. Oh, you know what? Like right on the cliff's edge here might be really, really nice. It is pretty close to the tram line too. looks like we've edited the building as well, which is nice. Okay, so let's just pave this in, because I want it to make it seem like maybe there's stairs right here, whereas we can't really do that with the path. It's too close. But maybe we can do it over on this side. Yeah, that works. And you know what? We needed to pave this hockey rink in. There we go. All right, so we'll just get some commercial buildings behind this. Let's get a fence behind the clinic. I always think that it just makes it seem like a little bit nicer when we do fences, and then especially when we have situations where commercial and residential will back up onto each other. I like just throwing a fence right down behind them. Just kind of allows for a bit of a clean separation. Okay, wow, holy cow, the time on this. I cannot believe that we didn't get all of it done, to be honest with you. You know, I guess we spent too much time kind of going over too many little details. All right, well, let's just zone everything in. And you know what, I forgot the fire department. So, you know what, that can be placed over there. And then let's get the police station close to the highway. Run this side. And oh, we didn't get a library either, did we? We could go for the more modern library. I think that's pretty nice. And let's place it right there. There we go. So now let's just zone in the rest. I believe we got everything. Oh, we didn't get death care. Okay, so let's get death care. Let's just stick with some crematoriums, actually. Let's get one over here. And that's probably good, to be honest. So we're good there. We're good for transit because of the bus, or because of the trams. But I did say we were going to get a bus line, didn't we? So let's get that bus line in really quickly. So we'll get bus, and we'll get a bus stop right here. And then we'll come down to here, and then we'll go along this side. And we'll come by the high school here. So we'll get a stop there. And right in front of the retirement home, which is always nice. And then I guess we'll just come up to here really briefly. And then we'll come down. And then we'll get a stop right in that area. Then we'll come back. Right to there. I suppose we could have gotten another stop or two. And there we go. Kind of doubling up on some things here, but I think that's good enough. And then I definitely forgot to add a stop right in here. So there we go. You know, it works. It doesn't need to be perfect. Parks. Let's get another park or two in here. We could get 2 parks on the slope here and then fill in the gaps here. So let's do that. And I know we've run out of time, but I just want to finish up this this build. Okay, and then trees. And let's go with the smaller ones that we're using in here. And I think that's the same tree. Well, might be slightly off. Let's use a good little mix here. And just kind of adding in some trees in here really helps the look out. And okay, now we're just down to just zone the rest of it. So let's remove a house from there. And we can bring zoning all the way to this point here. I suppose we could actually bring it down to about there. Then we'll bring zoning right through there. And let's actually make this commercial right here. I forgot a fence on that side. And then we'll get some more commercial right there. Here we go. Is that everything? Looks like it is. So, yeah, you know, I think that build turned out pretty nicely. Shatner Heights. Oh, and we forgot right here. And zoning, of course, for commercial. Yeah, so there we go. You know, it turned out pretty nicely. And then in Friday's episode, we'll finish it off with right through here. We'll do the island as well. So I guess we'll finish off with Shatner Heights, and then we'll save Ivy Lake for another day, which is totally okay. I'm glad we didn't plan more than that. Ivy Lake doesn't really need to get built up, but Shatner Heights sure did, because we started it. We should have finished it. So yeah, we have the connection points down in here, so we'll just kind of work on building it a park, and we'll chat about the future, and we'll get that going in the next episode. So, you know, I hope you liked today's episode, folks. We're about 55,000 people, so we've really maximized the limit here, haven't we? All right. Well, let's kind of just end it right here, because I think that's a good little screenshot. So hope you have a wonderful day, folks. I'll talk to you on Friday in the last episode of Brockton County for a little while. Peace out.